You can see those anywhere.
It sounds familiar.
But like
yeah.
that was the first time it had gone viral.
Yeah.
But it was
where they're basically like, don't believe anything you see on the internet.
yeah.
Everything's posed and
Well, the judge
airbrushed.
has ordered this woman to hand the book over to her ex-husband.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
She said it's a violation. She wants to burn the original photo album. It's really gone through the paces here, though, because she was trying to, I guess, compromise. She said she commissioned the photos in the early years of her marriage. So this was 20 years ago. And she had written a lot of intimate messages to him inside the album. But he said he wanted to keep the album for the memories. And she's like, well, that was for my husband.
When I loved you.
And you are my ex-husband. That's right. But the judge says you got to turn him over. And so then she said, well, the judge said, okay, tell you what. You can take the book to the original photographer and have your body edited out. So she goes to the photographer. And the photographer refused to do it, saying that that's art. And I don't want to alter it. So then the judge goes, well, you can hand it over to a third party who can edit the images. And then she's like, well, I don't want to give this to a stranger.
Right.
So that they can, these weren't X-rated, but, you know.
You're still,
Yeah.
vulnerable.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is a petty thing or the woman was fed up and the husband doesn't want to get divorced. I don't know. They're both good-looking people. But she's very upset with the judge. I guess the original photographer, after they found out what she had, the hoops they wanted her to jump through, agreed to edit the photos. But she's going to hold a burning party to throw the original book into the fire. She can't wait to do that. But the husband, ex-husband, was like, well, these books were full of memories for me. And I want to make sure that these pages stay stuck together for years to come, if you will.
When my ex and I split, we had a similar situation, not sexy pictures, but...
Of him?
Of him. No, for my last birthday that we were together, he bought me a set of pans.
Pants?
Pans. Cooking pans. Kitchen
Cooking
pans.
pants?
Cooking pants,
Yeah.
yes. They're like, flame resistant.
Yeah, I got you.
waterproof.
Like chainsaw chaps. Yeah.
No, they're like really nice pans. And I did not ask for pans.
Pants?
I had never asked for pants. I had never asked for anything like that. And I was actually really...
This is while you were engaged.
Yeah, I was really upset with him because
he's supposed to save that. You were upset because you're supposed to save the pans for a wedding gift.
Well, and this is my point, is that I was like, he's like, well, you asked my parents for them for Christmas. I was like, yeah, so one, so we didn't have to buy them. And two, I have never cooked a single meal.
You guys
bought
didn't have
these.
pans?
We did, but they were really nice. He bought them for himself because he was the one who cooked, but he used my birthday as an excuse to buy himself $400 pans.
Wait, no. You said we asked your parents to buy them because we didn't have any. You didn't have
No. We
pans?
wanted new ones.
New pans,
So
gotcha.
I asked his parents for them for Christmas.
Up until then, you'd been like cooking spaghetti in your hands,
Correct.
just full
we
of
just
hot
put
water.
we just put it in the microwave in our hands.
Yeah, like an isotope sleeve that
Yeah,
went in
sure.
and you had to get your microwave retrofitted.
I was really upset with him because I was like, I cannot believe that you misread this situation so poorly at the time. And then I was like, no, he
I've
just
been
wanted
there.
them.
Oh, I've been there.
But then, listen to
More
this.
with a harmonica, but I've been there.
2 months later, when we split up, he wanted to keep the pans. And out of spite, I was like, screw you, dude. This is the last birthday gift you got me. I'm taking these $400 pans
but
with
I
me.
got to side with him on that.
Why?
Because you were so spiteful of the pans as a gift. Why would you want to? He was
Because
probably
it was
like, yeah,
my
screw
birthday
you.
present.
But did he get you a present after that?
No, that was the only present I got for my birthday. So when he dumped me 2 months later,
But
I
you
was
didn't
like,
want
forget
them.
you. No, but I'm not letting you keep them.
It was out of spite.
Yeah. And you know what? I learned to cook. And I'm a pretty good cook now.
What was the last thing you cooked for Brian?
What did I cook for Brian?
And do you use those pans?
Yes, I do.
Huh.
I still use those pans to this day. They're good pans.
Does your boyfriend have an issue with you using the pans that you and your ex-fiance used?
No.
Every dish you cook has the stink of another man's sweaty body on top of you.
No.
That doesn't
because
bother him?
You know what he brought into the relationship? A kid from another woman. So I think the pans are okay.
Pans will cost you $400, all right? A kid doesn't cost that much.
But no, I cook for Brian. I usually try to cook at least once or twice a week, depending on travel schedules and things like that. But every single Tuesday is Fajita Tuesday in the Santora Bailey household.
Yeah.
And
then Taco Friday.
And then we'll do...
Oh,
usually-
tonight's Fajita Tuesday.
Well, if we go to the Post Malone concert, it will not be.
Which, by the way, is supposedly still on.
It's not canceled yet, and it's 3 o'clock.
Romo Fijo put out a thing this morning. I had a couple of people texting me yesterday that they thought there were tour buses starting to line up, like the equipment load-in buses.
Yeah.
And then Romo Fijo put out a statement this morning saying that it's still on.
Now, my concern, he canceled Boston 20 minutes before doors opened.
Well, here's the thing with Post Malone, is he famously, on show days, he gets up at about 4 in the afternoon.
So he's not awake yet.
Right.
So he got up.
He's got another hour.
Right. He got up before that Boston show, and that's when he posted the whole thing. Guys, I just woke up. I'm so sorry. I
Can't breathe.
can't breathe.
Right.
But then he did Columbus. We had people who told us they went to see him at Nationwide Arena,
Mm-hmm.
and that was post-Boston.
No, there hasn't been one between Boston and here.
Oh,
Boston
I thought he
was Saturday.
I thought he played a show between Boston and now.
Boston was Saturday.
he-
This is the next show.
Oh.
He played
Tuesday.
a show since the one where he fell.
He played like 3 or 4
Yeah.
after the original fall.
Wait,
And
what
then-
are we talking about here? He fell and cracked some ribs
Yes, like 2 weeks ago.
in
and
St.
then
Louis.
And then he
Yes.
canceled a couple shows directly after that. And then he played like 3 or 4 shows, and then he canceled Boston on Saturday.
I see.
So there was original fall,
I
canceled
see.
shows, played shows, canceled Boston.
Gotcha.
And there has not been another show since Boston Saturday. We are the next show tonight.
Understood.
Yes.
Yeah, because my daughter's going to Detroit on Saturday. I text her. I'm like, you ready? And she's like, I'm so excited because I
Yeah.
got her these amazing tickets for Detroit.
Yeah.
And then, cause I don't even mean to be a dick. It's just, I go there. I go, I hope it happens. Like, why did I say that?
That's
She's all
mean.
excited.
Yeah.
I don't mean to do that, but I'm just like, hey, maybe
It's just who you
prepare.
are.
Mhm.
Prepare. It's just who you are, Captain Fun. I just wanted to prepare for.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with tempering expectations when you know there's a chance that it might not happen.
Not only that, the saving grace is my kids text me back like a week later.
Sure.
So she won't even have seen that
Mhm.
before Saturday. So I've ruined nothing.
Shouldn't even
But
pay
you guys are
attention.
going tonight.
We're supposed to,
You-
yeah.
you should
Is
text
this
her.
your? I thought you
Even-
got gussied up for shows.
I do. I have on like a cute. I buttoned it up for work. If you want to see the thirst trap, it's on my Instagram story. I have on like a cute bralette, and I'm gonna tie up my flannel all nice. And
Oh, you
hot
got a
and-
whole thing on
yes.
icy.
But it's cold, so I put on a hoodie.
I understand.
Yeah.
I think you can also tell her that even if the show does go on, you still might be disappointed by his performance.
Well, that's the thing,
even if he is
too.
healthy,
No,
because he might just put on a bad show for you.
I was saying that if he isn't at 100% and has to like sit the whole show or something, like why not take the time to fully recover instead of pushing it and not being able to perform, you know what I mean? To like the standard of what
Yeah.
you normally would.
Because I've seen show footage where he was pretty out of it, like drunk.
He might be high on pain meds.
But this is from
Oh, you mean like
years
okay.
ago, and he was just kind of flopping around on stage.
If I could do this real quick, I have 2 extra tickets for the show tonight. So if somebody could please DM me if you're looking for last minute tickets, I am trying to get rid of these tickets.
How much?
They're really good seats.
How much?
I would like $300 a piece for them.
You know what people are going to do? I'll give you $50 a pop.
50 for both.
Yeah.
Well, the same seats, 2 rows in front, are on Ticketmaster for $517.
Well, they blow them way up on
But
the on the
I
apps,
bought
though.
them
I mean,
for a way blown up price. You know what I mean? I
Well,
bought
that's
them up.
on you.
So if somebody please, they are good seats. If
Mary
you are
is
looking,
when she's not begging you to subscribe to her foot
I'm not
page,
begging for
she's
anything.
Well,
I'm begging you for this.
I was going to say
because I'm about to
you
take.
don't want to sit on that $1,000.
I'm about to take a hard bath on these tickets if somebody doesn't buy them. So please,
and this is your
DM me.
boyfriend's birthday
But
present.
what if
Yeah.
you just keep both
He wanted to go see
tickets?
Post Malone
Yes,
that badly.
He loves Post Malone. Loves him. Which
He's an enigma.
he really is, because he's like
He's the metal guy.
so into metal, and he drums in like a metal style.
No,
and he's
but
been in
let
bands,
me
but-
say this as another lifelong representative of the heavy metal community. Metal fans are the only group of people who get pegged by everyone else as only liking one thing.
Yeah.
Because people tell me the same thing. They go, man, I can't pin you down. You like Lamb of God and Steely Dan. I go,
Well, yeah.
yes. But metal, nobody goes, you like pop music. You can't like this. Metal fans, now granted, the heavy
It's
metal.
just so aggressive.
The heavy metal fan base can be sometimes narrow-minded, but metal fans are the only ones who get pegged as only liking one kind of music. Everybody else,
Because I
it's
think
a badge of honor. They go, I just like all kinds of different things. But if you're a metal fan, people look at you like you got a nipple in your forehead.
because
if you,
I think we all know some people that are that into metal that you never hear them listen to anything
or
else.
mention, or they dismiss everything
or they just
else.
completely don't know.
But
like
there are
my
people.
friend Brett.
There are people in every genre of music who are at the extremes like that too.
But I feel like that's a lot of people that are into metal.
And metal is not fundamentally happy music, right? It's it's aggressive, it's angry.
Yeah.
Some of it can be uplifting. I mean, there is some of that. It just depends on how you process it as a heavy metal fan. You know, when I was coming up, it was the kind of music that if you were angsty or angry, it helped you through some things.
It made you feel
if
like
you were on the
release.
outside,
Yeah.
it made you, that might have kept some people back in the day from shooting up their school.
So he super into metal, but then his favorite band of all time is Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Did he watch the documentary?
He did.
Yeah.
He was like, I was reading a book and I had like headphones on.
Yeah.
And he made me stop and he was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
CCR is a
Like,
great band.
So he loves.
Really bummer of a story too.
Yes.
He loves metal, Creedence Clearwater, the Beatles, and then like a month ago, well, maybe 2 months ago now, he was shaving his face in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I
With
came,
Mace in the Dark?
Yes. I came home from work and I hear Post Malone blaring. And I'm like, and he's singing along and he's rapping. He's really getting into it. And I was like, when did you become a Post Malone fan? He goes, oh, I love Post Malone. One of my favorite artists of all time. He's such a good performer and an art. And I guess he's a really good guitarist.
I
And,
was
like,
on him from the beginning, he said.
Yeah,
He
pretty
was
much.
pre-Malone.
Yeah.
No, I think that the guy, he's proven that he's got some chops. Like he can play
Yeah.
guitar. And,
he's
you
a
know.
good musician is what Brian says. That he appreciates him as a musician and a singer, and he's a very talented dude.
Okay.
So that's why we are going to the Post Malone, hopefully going to the Post Malone show tonight. Buy my tickets. Send me a DM, Mary Santora Comedy.
Please buy her tickets so
Yeah.
she doesn't have to sit there with her and Brian and 2 empty seats
Yeah.
that are just going to be mocking her going, we were $500 a piece.
Don't you
But
love
you
it
can-
when you spend all your money?
Honey.
But can't you also maybe bounce back and forth between?
We
You
could.
get doubled up and be like, we got these seats over here, but then we also have this option to go over here.
Yeah.
If you
I
have
mean,
to.
that is like worst case scenario.
It's not a worst case.
Is that we get to see the show from 2 different angles.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Two
not?
different
Well, because like you said,
angles.
the seats that you're trying to sell
They're
are
good seats,
actually
man.
kind of, but
Well,
the floor seats versus.
I have
get it,
floor
yeah.
seats, and then I have. So my boyfriend's 6'2",
Mm-hmm.
super into Post Malone. So floor seats make sense for someone who is taller and
Mhm.
can see over other people.
Yes, correct.
For someone who is 5'2", floor seats maybe aren't the best, but it's not my birthday, so it's his birthday. The other seats are like 9 rows up, center stage, just like as dead center on the side as you can get. Just enough rows back so you're higher, you got a good vantage point.
Cody, how much you got on you?
None. I have no cash.
Well, you can Venmo.
What do you got in
her.
Venmo?
I don't have any money. I'm still poor from Colorado. I'm not giving you any money. No. I don't see Post Malone.
It's the name of his autobiography, Poor from Colorado.
Still poor. Like my friend, you want to know how poor I am? I have a payment plan right now from my rich friends. He Venmoed me, or he texted me yesterday that he was going to send me a Venmo request from the money that I owe him, and then he sends me a
That's
follow.
so awkward.
But listen,
like, if
no,
you
no, no.
can't go, don't go.
No, no, no.
Remember when I said that and everyone called me a bitch
I
because I
didn't.
told
I
Cody
didn't.
to stop owing his friends money?
No.
I
this
didn't.
is-
I was sat that one out.
This was already organized beforehand, and I already told him. But he was like, I sent you a Venmo request of the money that you owe me. He was like, but that's not me nudging you to pay me. He was like, I just was going, my credit card
That's
came.
not me nudging
No,
you.
he said my credit card statement came out, and he was like, if I don't send you a Venmo request, I'll forget. He was like, take your time. I was like, don't worry, I will. This is the guy that gets like money in Venmo and then just forgets he has money in there. He's like, oh, I just have $3,000 sitting in here. I probably should deposit that, huh?
Well, he says he's rich. He's not keeping an eye on his money.
I mean, all intents and
trust fund
purposes
kid?
rich. Nope.
Oh.
You
You'd think he'd keep a closer eye on his money.
he has no kids, has a very good job, and can buy and go as he pleases. So
Sure.
for he's not a millionaire, but in my eyes, you paying your bills and you don't have to like
Straight by, yeah.
You're rich as far as I'm concerned.
Meanwhile, I did just send you a Venmo request too to remind you to pay him back, and also pay me back.
Oh, how much does he owe you?
Oh, let me
Nothing,
send
but
one
I
now.
asked for $9 for my friendship.
No.
For friendship. That's what
Why
it
not?
is.
Why not 10?
I feel like
Single
he's more.
digits?
It's not
I
worth
feel like
$10.
I feel like 10 would
Breaks
scare
too
him
far.
off. But 9, he'd be like, you know what?
Nine.
Bill's worth $9.
9.
Like $999 is the difference between a misdemeanor and a felony. So he just wants to give me a misdemeanor.
That's funny.
Is that true?
Yeah, if you steal $999 worth of
Oh, if you
merchandise.
steal it. I was thinking it like a ticket or something.
Oh, no, I'm meaning like if you steal something from a store that's worth less than $1,000, misdemeanors. But could you imagine if you stole something
With
for,
tax or without?
I was going to say, with tax, it's a felony.
Right.
Oh, I guess I don't
So
know.
you got to steal something that's like
Just
$997.
like, I'm going to take the risk and get this misdemeanor. I'm doing it to feed my damn kids, okay?
Yeah, how many thieves are doing the tax equations before they...
I was stealing this food to go.
But I think that would go through people's mind. They're like, listen, if I'm not planning on getting caught, but if I do, it's a misdemeanor, not a felony. So I think that'll soften the blow a little bit. Not
So
that
it
I'm
depends how you
recommending
steal
stealing.
it too, because if it's credit card fraud, I think it doesn't have to be. It can just be a felony.
Well, listen,
I think.
when all is said and done, I think we can all agree that Bill's friendship is at least worth $9.
No.
Wow. After everything Bill's done for you.
That's right. I let you buy tickets to come see me.
And me.
But it's not Bill or Mary. I'm just an awful person. So I'm blaming myself.
No, you don't get out that easily.
Yeah, I'm blaming myself.
I'm
You
awful.
say I don't take
I'm
accountability.
awful.
I'm just so bad.
Yeah, I'm
Not
awful.
even
Is
a
like he thinks that's his
friend.
get out of jail free
It
card.
is.
No, it's not.
How
You
much-
think
know
it
how I
is.
am.
How
It
much-
is not a get out of jail free card.
How much did your friend request from you?
Oh, it's like $400.
He says it like that, like he's got it, but he's this is what I'm not even gonna start because this is what
Start.
pissed me off the last time.
Start it
Is
up.
that I'm like, you have the money to give to him, but
And
you
just
would
wait.
rather pay him back $8 at a time.
And just wait till the $500 he's going to owe you goes on top of this
Ugh.
money he owes his friend.
I'm in debt from 9 vacations ago. I can't pay you.
Poundcake's weigh-in, by the way, is tomorrow because we're out Thursday and
Oh,
Friday.
yeah.
So we're going to be weighing him in a day early. And we'll see at the end of the year if he gets $200 or if he has to pay Mary $500.
You know what, Poundcake? Keep that $9 that you owe me and buy yourself a pie.
That you owe me.
Pie.
Chicken
Wow.
pot or apple?
Either. Both.
Cherry.
Both.
Ooh. I got to take a break. If you want to text 35192 to get me a message there, AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch, and we'll be back after these. I will have Factory of Terror tickets for you. Want to get your Halloween on down Canton Way? I'll hook you up here in a few minutes.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free